Howdy, everyone, and welcome back to the Speak Your Mind podcast, otherwise known as the SYMPcast. Today, I've got a special guest in Mr. Simon Halvey. What's up, Simon?
Not a lot, man. Just kicking it.
I've known Simon for, I'd say, like 10 years now. Ever since I met Anthony.
Yeah, were you guys 12, 13?
Shoot. Yeah, something like that. I was 13 or 14. But yeah, Simon is Anthony's uncle. Everybody should know Anthony by now. I take pictures of him. I make music with him. He's been on the podcast several times.
Yeah, his erotic gym photos that you take.
Oh my God. Yeah, he's the edgelord. Erotic gym photos. Yeah. I haven't taken any gym photos. I took the video.
Oh, I'm sorry, video. That makes it. Oh, my apologies.
Listen, he wanted
it. That's what she said.
Oh, shoot. But how you been? How you been, Simon? We've been talking before this, but...
Yeah. I'm old and tired, but still work hard, play hard.
Yeah. How many hours are you working a week? You work just a regular 40?
Yeah. Yeah, Monday to Friday. Well, except for when I do my drill weekends.
Yeah.
My second job of Army and full-time daddy.
What rank are you in the Army?
Currently, I'm still in E4. I'm a corporal. But I actually I gotta do a PT test this weekend, and then by the end of the month, go to a 3 weeks leadership school so I can become a sergeant.
Hell yeah. I love that. I'm glad because, like, since I've known you, you've been in the Army, but I've never...
11 years in April.
Yeah. Tell me how you got into the Army, or, like, your path, because... Or I guess before that you should.
No, it's fine. I didn't join until I was 25. I'm 36. I didn't join until I was 25, and to be honest, I was living it up and having a blast. But I can't say it any other way than I was a loser. I'm 6'4". At the time, I was almost 300 pounds. I mean, I still carried it all right, but I was pretty husky.
I
had a 13-inch red mohawk, and I'm still covered.
Oh yeah, I've seen the pictures of that.
Yeah, I'm still covered, in the tattoos and piercings and all that. I've added more since, but I mean, I was a bouncer in a strip club, living in his grandparents' basement, broke as shit. I mean, sure, I was a little more slutty back then, I would say, but yeah, I just didn't have anything going for me. I wasn't doing anything productive. And I just thought that would give me some structure, some guidance in life. And it did. It really did. And I'm, relatively successful now.
You're like one of these rare people because like you've told me several times, and Shannon, that you guys are from England.
Right. Well, that was another thing. Yeah. So I joined to get my U.S. citizenship. I'm still not a U.S. citizen. Which is very rare for someone that's been in the U.S. Army for 11 years, but part-timer, whatever, National Guard.
How does that even work? Like, they just don't give it to you?
There was a mistake, some paperwork not filed by a recruiter.
So it's just done, like you can't?
No, I can. I just got to do it on my own instead of the original contract where they were supposed to do it. I'm on my own. I do still have to have some help. I mean, certain people have to sign off on things, all that, which I've got that from my chain of command.
Yeah.
It's just a process that should have been expedited a lot quicker. It hasn't, but it's getting there. I'm working on it.
That's pretty good. Like, when did you come over from England with your sisters and brother?
Initially, I was only 6 months old.
And you're the youngest, right?
Yeah.
So
I did that.
Even remember it.
Yeah, I went back every year. My dad was always there. My mom left my dad and brought us here. But I mean, when I was a kid, I went back every summer, saw my dad, family. I've been to England, Scotland. My mom's from Scotland, dad's from England. I'm just a UK mutt.
UK mutt. There's been haven't there been wars like over England or between England and Scotland for centuries?
Not anymore. No, that was.
Well,
I'm thinking like the William Wallace days. Then yeah, Braveheart
maybe.
Shit.
Well, I just hear about a lot of tension between Scots and
Brits.
Brits.
It's more Ireland and England that's still been more recent.
See, everything's just a lend.
Yeah, well, not Wales. That's connected. There's no land in that.
There's just too many accents.
See, you Yankees are stupid. You don't get taught any of your...
Listen, I'm Moroccan. What are you talking about? Not
You're
even,
a Yankee
bro.
Doodle.
I am a fucking Yankee, man. Like, whenever I'm with my dad's family, I'm the white kid. And when I'm around my mom's family, I'm the brownie.
Yeah.
Even around Shannon. Shannon's always calling me her brown son.
Yeah. I know that.
And I'm like, I mean, I guess. Like, I can only understand some Arabic. I can't even really speak it that well. But I guess I'm just a mutt, too, because my mom's family is Irish and some German, some Swedish. So,
That's part of what's... I know you've talked about it a little bit, too, in your previous cast and that, but... People always say, "Oh, what do you like better, England or?" I love it here.
Yeah,
right. Like, I mean, even England's stupid to a point where, oh, let's ban guns. Okay, now they're banning knives. Guess what skyrocketed? Hammer deaths.
Hammer deaths. Jesus. Oh
yeah.
my God.
They're making Game of Thrones statues out of pocket knives and shit in the street now.
Well, I imagine like crime is going to go up now that they unleash
away every form of self-defense. Yeah.
Well, not only that, but they dropped all the COVID stuff over in England. Like everything's gone.
Oh yeah. Thanks, Ukraine. Or Russia.
Is that Ukraine's fault or Russia?
No, for getting rid of it. COVID disappeared thanks to this war.
That's true. I
haven't seen any reports of Ukrainians fighting COVID and Russia.
I think
the odds are stacked. Has not been a single one since. Nothing.
Yeah, I feel like it's a lot of truth and a lot of propaganda out there.
Yeah.
You just got to kind of take everything like it's a really long movie that you're constantly watching.
Well, see, I'll even say that. See, that's where I'll get some different perspective as someone who's on the military side as well.
I feel like you got to get a lot of truth from other people in the service.
Well, it's not so much that. And to be honest, I can't really talk about that aspect of it. I can only talk about my personal thing. Well, so I've gotten all kinds of crap. So I've never deployed. I've never done anything. I've never seen combat. I'll admit that fully. I've volunteered. But my citizenship was an issue with that because now you can't deploy unless you're a citizen. So we're trying to get that worked on. It's not like I'm out there to do that, though. Honestly, this whole situation scared the shit out of me. Until today, I don't know if you saw, China said, no, we're cutting off all trade with Russia. I don't know if you even saw that today.
Today?
Yeah, China's with us. They're against. So that was my biggest fear, was we were going against Russia and China.
That's big because they were with Russia for a while.
Yeah.
They?
Yeah. No.
They were about to. I thought they were going to take Taiwan soon, and like Russia and China teaming up. But what? Or maybe this
got a nice look of surprise. So I'm glad I got to hit that. I literally got a notification on my phone this morning, and I was super ecstatic because me and my army buddies were like, "Well, great, we're gonna be freezing our ass off in Russia this time next year. Like, this is gonna suck. I don't want to fight Russians. They're freaking nuts.
Russians are the toughest motherfuckers on earth.
They've got more advanced than, say, in the Middle East, where we haven't eradicated that or anything. That's a terrible word because I don't think you need to eradicate people.
Yeah.
But that's a different perspective too. I've over the years I've heard that. I've been called baby killer. That's why I said I haven't deployed. I haven't seen combat, and it's like, oh, baby killer. We don't need a military.
Is it usually someone with like short, like blue hair, and they've got like
yeah.
They got like
I guess
fishnet fucking leggings. Or
That's actually
whatever.
more fucking simp ass dudes that can't fight, so they take the high road. Because if you take the high road, you're just a pussy that can't fight. That's really what that is. I'm so sick of hearing that crap. That's who started that. It's the same thing in the hood. No snitching. No, you're afraid to face the consequences. That's why becoming a snitch and a rat is the worst thing, because you're afraid daddy's gonna slap you.
I mean, look at 6ix9ine. He's doing all right still, and he snitched.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean,
he came out on top. So fuck it, snitch, do whatever. But see, that's where I hate that. So being an older dude, that's where I hate your generation. Not you. Obviously, I love you, but I grew up talk shit, get hit.
Yeah.
Now it's talk shit on the internet, and if you even say something wrong, they're calling the cops, even though they provoked you.
They dox you, or you get swatted at your house. Some shit.
It's cowards, wimps, softness. I can't stand it.
Well, I think that's just down to the internet and the phone, man. Like, if you've been talking to people on the phone while you're growing up, like, you're not really going to want to.
Yeah, you guys are spoiled. It took me 20 minutes to get on the internet when it started.
It's
That's right.
incredible.
I was there for the birth of the internet.
It's incredible, dude. So my mom said when the internet came around that she was like I guess it was more like a luxury thing for people.
Yeah.
But now it's just
I
like
got to use it at my grandparents' house. But then you had to get on AOL. And it took forever to log in. And if someone picked up the phone, it kicked you off. And then it took another 10, 15 minutes before you could get logged into the internet.
Oh my God.
It used to take 3 hours to download a 10-second clip.
Like off YouTube?
YouTube wasn't around yet.
Oh shit, MySpace?
That wasn't around yet.
Fuck! I'm so young. I don't know. What was around? What was
That
the...
stuff didn't come out till I was in high school. That was in like 2000, 2001, something like that.
So we're
I think
talking
was
about
when
what,
MySpace came out?
95?
I just said 2000, 2000. Oh, you're talking about when the internet came
yeah.
out. I think it was like 94, something like that. Yeah.
Holy shit. Man, my dad came over here around 94, 95, I think. So come to a new country and then you got the internet popping up. Oh my God. Must have been brilliant. See, I'll never know because I could just pick up my phone and just
right.
go to
Instant access.
14,000 different sites in 2 minutes.
Well, that was something a buddy said to me years ago. A guy I worked with, he was older than I was in like when I was 20 years old. Mm-hmm. This dude was like 44 or something like that. We worked in the clubs together, and he pulled out his flip phone, and he was like, we were talking about technology and advancing. I mean, we didn't picture 15 years ago what it was going to be today.
Yeah.
Even, but he pulls out his flip phone, flips it open. He's like, dude, when I was a kid, this was a Star Trek communicator.
Right?
He's like, now I have one, and it works. It's not just a flipping toy where it clicks and buzzes or anything. I can call anyone right now.
And they brought back the flip phone, but it's like a touchscreen version now.
Yeah.
The Motorola.
Yeah,
one.
Todd has one.
Really?
Law has one, yeah. Tim does too. Tim has the whole flip fold screen thing.
It's like the little Android, like folding iPad.
Androids, peasants.
I mean, there's so much you can do on an Android, though. You can.
Oh, no, it's not.
You can hack that bitch.
You can't do that on iPhone, can you?
Oh, you can jailbreak an iPhone, but
you can jailbreak. You can't hack. You can't hack that cloud. They do a competition every year, $5 million. No one's ever won it.
I will say, my Android comes with a stylus, so I mean,
cool.
I think that's pretty.
I've never seen you use that stylus one time.
Writing a
Draw me a fucking picture.
Yeah.
I only pull it out when I need to show people that I have a stylus.
Do you ever think you'd get an iPhone, Jack?
I used to have one, but
oh man, I was the anti-iPhone crowd. I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, it's all good. I used to have one, and then I just decided to go back to Android just because like this is better.
You really can't. They're both good. I just prefer the user interface of an iPhone. Like a child could use it. So
yeah. That's honestly, I like it too. It's simple. It's this.
Yeah.
I sold phones for years. I worked at Sprint.
I do remember now.
I was an Android user. I loved like the. Oh God, I can't think of the name of it now. Anyways, I did that, and then I broke a phone, and I didn't have insurance on it, which was like sacrilege for working in phones. So I had to buy a phone. Only one available. This dude was like, "I got an iPhone." I'm like, "Man, fuck iPhone. Fuck that. I'm not." I used it. I was like, and then when I came for upgrade, I went back to an Android, and I was like, man, I miss that fucking iPhone. And I was like, iPhone. And then now it's all I'll use.
Did you have like an Android, but then you wanted to use like an iPhone, but you don't want two phones, so you get an iPod Touch?
No, I never had an iPod.
Did you ever have? You didn't have like the iPod Shuffle?
No,
the little one, or like the one where you like rotate.
So I'm only just, dude.
Okay, what
I'm not
was
a stuff guy. I'm going to tell you this. I'm not a stuff guy. The last thing I owned for music like that, besides a phone, was a Discman. Okay, the ones that skipped.
Sorry, what is a Discman?
A CD player, a portable CD player.
It's like a Walkman
for a disc. Yeah. Well, Walkman was tapes.
Oh, right.
Discman was CDs.
Oh, I had a Discman when I was younger.
Yeah.
Or my mom had one.
I didn't have stuff like that. So I was always poor.
Yeah.
So I was never a stuff person. I didn't iPods, all that stuff. I had no interest in it. It was more drinking and women for me, I guess. But
that's the thing. When I
was a squatter punk, man. We spent all our money on booze and food. Like,
yeah. I mean, when I was 10 years ago, I was like 14, and I mean, we certainly weren't rich. Me and my brother and my mom raising us, and I was always obsessing over like shoes and clothes and phones and shit because I went to fucking Andover where everybody had everything the next day. So I was like, Mom, I need this. And she's like, no, you can spend $40 on shoes or whatever. We're going to Payless or Shoe Carnival.
Yeah. Oh, I was explaining to my daughter the other day what layaway was. And you probably don't even know, do you?
No, I know what layaway is. What the fuck?
I don't know. I don't know if it's still around. I didn't know if that was a thing.
You can do layaway like
you had to picture clothes, but you had to make sure they were bigger because you were going to grow by the time you actually got them. And then by the time you actually got them, they were out of style anyways. And it was all Walmart clothes anyways. So
yeah. First time I heard
which,
about.
By the way, I don't give a shit. You seen how I dress? A lot of the clothes I wear, like these shorts, Walmart.
Dude, these shorts are from Walmart. Or
I get all my shorts from Walmart.
Are.
Dress shirts, all that shit. And everyone thinks it's fancy stuff. Nope.
Dude, it's all about presentation. It's never about what you really got. Unless you're like...
I only just started using Amazon I've only been using Amazon for 11 months.
Is there a reason for that? Or you just...
I'm not a stuff guy. But I'm not going to lie. I'm still good. I still... Like I said, I'm doing pretty well now. I'm not sounding like an arrogant douche. I do have money now, and I have...
No, it's good to say that. It's good to let people know. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with
I'm
telling
doing all
people.
right, but I'm still not a spender. I'm not a stuff guy. You know, I think the most... So I am bad. I think you saw, I did my first cosplay. I was bored, so I spent like $300 on some shit to do my first cosplay for that like modern day Witcher thing. I did that. Yeah, I can throw in my own stupid. I bought an Oculus.
Oculus is dope.
I bought it, and then I've used the damn thing like 4 times. I don't. It is cool. I don't know. I still read books. Like
Dude, that's so funny you said that because I just got an Oculus and I started playing it a little bit, but I'm also like, I don't really fucking care about this. And then my Riley has started reading books more, and now I feel like a fucking idiot just staring at the screen playing like FIFA or something, and she's over here like expanding her mind, like actually reading.
Yeah. Well, that's what's cool. It's my kid. Like I've been trying to get. She's getting more into it now, especially because I always try to explain it to her. Like, your imagination's way better than what's going to be sitting in front of you, a screen. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, movies are my favorite thing in the whole world. I love movies, but a book, you get to picture it. Movies piss me off when I've read the book and then I watch them, and I get the difference and the changes they have to make to fit it in. But like my imagination version was way better than the movie. From what I read, my interpretation of it.
It's always like that. I read like 100 pages into The Shining. Shout out Amanda for lending me that book that I returned 9 months later. But I read like 100 pages of it, and I was like, wow, this is so much better than the movie. Just the first 100 pages, and I didn't even finish it, but I can imagine it was a lot better. You know, like...
Finish it.
Well, I don't have it. I gave it back.
So go buy it. Don't you work at Amazon?
Yeah, but I don't want to deliver my own shit.
It's like $9 for you to be less stupid.
There is better books than The Shining, though.
So get those too.
Yeah, well,
I did do that for a while though. I was doing I was just buying them on like my iPad because storage of books I probably have. I mean, they're not all mine, but there's probably 500 books in my house right now. They just take up space.
Physical
and they're
books?
heavy. Yeah.
I like reading.
So I get that. So that's why I do the iPad thing, because then it's just I can just swipe the screen, new page, and you can hold 1,000 books on it, whatever it is.
How many how much memory does it take? Is it like
Nothing.
a gigabyte per?
Not even.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, I might have to do that.
It can be like
iPad.
a 600, 800 page book, and it's only like 500 megabytes.
That's pretty good.
If
actually.
that.
See, I like reading.
It's just plain text. There's no.
Yeah.
There's nothing crazy about it. It's just a document, essentially.
The one book I read The Life of Pi, and then I watched the movie. And reading the book, actually, what I did was I got extremely baked, and I would read the book, and it just made it so much better for me. I don't know why. It was so much more fun.
I can't attest to that.
I know you can't. It's a lot. I've also tried to read a book drunk, and that is a lot harder.
Done that.
Have you done that?
Yeah, you just got to read it again.
No, I have to read a page like 3 times because I'll just get lost like thinking about what I'm reading and it'll like trail off into something else. And my eyes will still keep reading what I'm looking at, but then I'm like, "Oh, I don't know what's going on."
It's called ADD.
I don't have ADD though.
Okay. Everyone does to an extent. I actually proved a point. When I was a kid, my grandmother got really pissed off at me because I was reading a book, watching TV, and listening to music. And she tried to quiz me. She thought I was full of crap. She was like, "This is ridiculous. There's too much noise. You can't possibly know." So she had a book. So she was watching the TV and listening to the song.
Yeah.
And had me read a book. And I told her what was going on in all 3 and handed her the page so she could read it afterwards. And she was just like, "This is ridiculous." And she just walked away. She was so mad at me.
Right. Because
I also had shitty grades. I didn't care. Like, to me, my teachers were stupid. Like, you know.
As long as you're not stupid at home, I mean.
Yeah. Well, I did. Oh, dude, I used to make deals with my teachers. It was actually some of the teachers that taught me to make how to make deals with them. Like, I can't show work on paper. I can do it in my head. So, like, I had math teachers thought, you know, when it used to be, I don't know if it still was when you guys were in school, like all the odd answers were in the back of the book.
Yeah.
You know, so they'd give that, you could check your work on that. So they thought I was just writing down the answers. So one teacher was like, "Fine, in between classes, I'll write you a pass. You do these 5 problems I'm going to put up on the board. You can't show your work, and obviously you won't have a book. If you can get 4 out of 5 right, you don't have to show your work anymore." Boop, boop, boop. Didn't even need a hall pass, did all 5. And she literally just said, "Don't let those cheerleaders copy off of you." So I never had to show my work again. I would make deals like that. English teachers, I would read books. My freshman year even, I skipped ahead. I was done with the entire curriculum for the year in like 3 weeks. I read the books, took the tests.
You just read ahead?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I felt like it was childish, stupid reading level. I don't know. I was different from my peers, I guess.
This was when you were in high school?
Yeah. And so I did the junior work. Like it ran like Fahrenheit 451. That was like in the junior curriculum when I was a freshman. And then I finished that. And I literally did 2 full years of school in about 3 months of just English classes.
Yeah.
I remember Miss Love was her name.
Well, I mean, you probably didn't have like you didn't have a smartphone when you were in high school that be distracting you like kids these days.
Right.
So you just get bored and you're like, "Fuck it, I'll do all the curriculum right now."
Yeah. Well, and I didn't even do that. I didn't even do the in between work. I would just read the book and said, "Give me the test. I passed. That's it. Leave me alone."
For English?
If I sleep in class, if I do whatever I want. Yeah.
Did you guys read books like as a class in like English class?
Yeah.
Did you just snooze?
I kind of spoke up, and that's what kind of. I wasn't an asshole about it where I like called people out for being stupid. But I mean, you still get it today. There are kids that can't read, and it's not their fault necessarily. But it was the same for that. And I was just like, dude, like, this is a waste of my time. Like, oh, read this paragraph. And, and it's humiliating for kids. And I never did that where it's like, oh, they said the word wrong. Yeah. And then everyone laughs. And like, I did it myself one time. When I was a younger kid, I said knave instead of naive.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, I'm smarter than shut up.
Yeah. Kids are brutal. I would be so terrified to talk in high school or middle school because of that. I'd be like, what are people gonna think of me? Do I speak softly? Do I talk loud to make sure everybody hears me? Do I wave on? It was just so much like anxiety, unneeded anxiety and stress. Like now I don't.
Well, I think that's with your generation too. Everything's put on blast on the internet. Yeah. You get ridiculed no matter what.
If you're not ridiculed online, you'll be ridiculed in person.
Not necessarily. They won't say it to your face. They got that keyboard warrior.
Well, they'll say it to your face, but they'll make it discreet, or they'll say just enough to where you get pissed to the point where you want to physically assault them, but you can't because they just said whatever they said. It was just a little stab at you, but it piss you off because it gets right in your soft spot. You know what I mean?
Well, I think, yeah, we didn't have to deal with that, but one thing you probably don't know, I was a thespian. I was a drama dork, and I was a band.
Well, I could see that.
I was a band geek.
I mean, I didn't know that, but I could see
I
that.
was a fat nerd in high school.
Yeah, I wasn't much of a nerd, but I did want to get into drama. Like, I don't know why.
You say you weren't much of a nerd? Because I'd beg to differ.
I was not a nerd, bro.
You were a young Marine, sir.
That's not a nerd, though. I was just...
But you were.
I just love my country.
No, that's part of... No. That was... Honestly, that was part of what made me love you when you were a kid. Because you were a big door... Like, you were always big cheesing. Like right now.
Big cheesing, yeah.
And saying... You used to try to make me laugh, and it was so terrible that it did make me laugh. Like the dumb crap that I can't pull anything off the tip of my tongue.
Yeah.
You would come up and you'd say, or you'd like threaten me, or like say you'd beat my ass, and then you'd scream and run in fear. Like, and I did like it was all in fun. I used to go to you guys' lock-ins and stuff. We always used to have fun.
No, that was a good ass time. Every time you came around to Young Marines, I'd be like, oh, this is about to be fucking bad, but good at the same time.
Yeah. We have good times. And
Yeah,
now you're adults, and
now I'm
old.
a freaking adult. Now I got bills and shit.
Yeah, it's fun times.
So how did you? You said you were husky in high school, and now you're obviously
husky.
slim. You're still husky, but I imagine you've grown into your form. You're not just like
Yeah. Oh hell, I think I was still. I think I started my junior year at 5'10", and then by my senior year I was 6'2".
Did you play sports?
I tried with like football and stuff. I just didn't. Honestly, man, I was a smart kid, but I fucked off school. I didn't care.
It's kind of like
I had a lot of Fs, stuff like that, because I just couldn't be. Well, I didn't see the point in going somewhere for 8 hours a day, and it's like, oh, you got to go home and do 3 hours of homework.
Yeah.
That's where I said that's where I skated by, because I made deals with teachers like, just let me pass the test, give me a C, we're good to go. That's where I started learning sales. You know, I sell the teachers on this crap. I had a teacher, and I'm not gonna call names. I won't call him out. I had a math teacher. He was a chess master, and he said if I ever beat him one time, which by the way, I still play chess, Sudoku, and sometimes Scrabble just about daily.
It's good for the brain.
Yeah. I play chess I've got probably three moves right now between different coworkers on my phone right
Really?
now. Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
Guaranteed.
Are you big on the Wordle craze right now?
I don't. Yeah. No, I've seen the Facebook. I'm like, I don't even know how to access it. Did you click it? I don't know. I don't know what it is. I've seen it. I don't know what it is.
Facebook ads for games are cancer.
Yeah, that's bad.
I see them. I just
That's
go to the
bad
comments.
too. I did. I just bought I bought like the Dr. Squatch pack. And they do smell good, but I bought like every scent they have sample pack. And it's kind of cool. Like I said, I'm new to the whole online ordering thing, because I would always just go to the store. I'm not a stuff dude. I don't have stuff. I mean, I did. Well, even my PlayStation 5, you can find them anywhere. I got that on like Facebook Marketplace.
You have a PS5?
Yeah, I got a PS5.
How much
From
was it?
Facebook Marketplace?
Yeah, it was brand new in the box, digital. It was $700.
That's not bad. That is a steal. Good job. Damn.
Yeah, it was actually my boss. He was like, he had one, and he wanted me, and he spent $1,200 on his shit. And he was like, here's this one. I'm like, message the dude. I said, I gotta, we met at Quick Trip, made sure it was sealed, and he sent his parents too. And this was a grown man, but I guess he was out of town. And this old guy, and he was like, hey, I just want to make sure. And there I am, just handing him cash in a Quick Trip parking lot. But no, it was sealed, and I've had it for.
You secured the bag.
Yeah.
You got your PS5.
Does it run like a jet engine? Because I know my PS4, once I turn that thing on and I get like COD going, it is like a 747.
No, that's quiet.
Your PS4 is like old though.
It is old. It's the first
Yeah.
version. Yeah.
But maybe there's too much going on, because that's been another spent. I bought an air filter for clean air in my room. It's made me sleep better. I bought a fancy mattress and a fan and an air filter.
Dude,
PS5.
That's the good shit. There's no point. I was talking to Riley about this. Like we wanted to invest in a new bed, and I was like, well, I want to get a new car and this and that. But now I realize like having a new good bed is a lot better than a car, because you're only in a car for an hour of the day. But you're in your bed for like half your life.
Well, see, everyone's giving me crap because my car, I paid it off last year, and everyone's like, "Well, get a new car." I'm like, "Why?"
No, it's nice.
They're like, "You can get it's a 2013. I get great gas mileage. It's a Ford Fusion. It's stick shift, which blows everyone's mind too."
That's a stick shift
Yeah,
on the newer version.
yeah.
Was it
Well,
cheaper?
I mean, it's a 13. No, I don't know. I bought it like 4 years ago. I mean, I just paid it off last year because I did. See, that was another thing. I had no credit until I was 32 years old.
How
I didn't have bad credit. I had zero credit because I'd never had anything in my name. I always paid everything cash.
That's not bad.
But, well, it is.
It's bad for the modern age, but like
So I got
paying
that.
things in cash isn't bad.
But then I got that car and it skyrocketed. And the place I got it at worked a deal with like first time buyers that usually it's like a 20-year-old. But even the guy, he was like,
con you.
"How are you 32 and never like a cell phone even? How have you never had anything in your name?" I'm like, I just go on other people's stuff. I pay them cash. I don't try to stay off the radar.
So are you mad that you didn't like have credit earlier? Or
Like, no. I haven't needed it. I don't need it.
Yeah. I mean, if it's working, it's working. Like, I'm not shooting you down.
That'll actually go into something we were going to talk about too. Like, so everyone's thinking, so I catch flack. Let's get into this. Let's get into the fun of dating.
Okay. Let's
'Cause
go.
we're talking about credit score. One of the things I see on, I have no shame in my game. I use dating apps. Hell, it's the only way too now.
Yeah.
Because you could say something, and even that sucks. You don't know who talks first. Either you're supposed to be, you always match with the wrong one because you think, oh, well, women's lib, I'm going to let her hit me up. I'm not going to pressure her.
Yeah.
Nope. She wanted the old school guy to hit her up first.
Yeah.
Then the one that wants the dude to hit you up first. Or you do, and they're like, well, why are you making the first move? Like, I'm an independent woman. Like, shit, man. I can't win. I don't know. But I see these laundry lists. I'm telling ladies, I'm going to give some advice, and you're going to hate it. You're going to hate my guts. You probably call me a misogynist, which is complete bullshit. I've got a daughter that I want, that I'm super feminist. I want her, like, she's never going to blame men for her problems. It's her choice, her body, her choice, her mind games, whatever she wants to do. That's all going to be her choice. It's going to be her responsibility. All the shit in my life was because of my choices. All the shit in her life is going to be her choices. Hopefully there's none because she's a mini genius. Well, she's like me. I made a lot of bad choices. No, I wanted to kick dudes' ass. Like I used to I know I'm parrying off here, but like I used to be like, man, first boy that breaks. And she's into boys. She likes boys. Ever
Already?
since Bruno Mars. Oh yeah, dude. I'm already. It's innocent.
Yeah.
She thinks boys are cute, stuff like that already. Yes.
We are.
But you
I am.
fucking stroking your chin pubes.
Dude, I can grow a beard like a black man. I really can.
What
When
the
it gets-
fuck does that mean?
It means it gets thick, but then like the mustache stays like it's not super thick, but it's there, you know. But this grows out like the bottom part.
Oh, I didn't
grows
know
out.
you followed every black man's
Yeah, that's
trimming
a little-
regime.
Only Obama. My fellow Americans. Anyway, you're saying.
Oh, we can get into that too, though. What do I want to talk about beards? Because you've only ever known me to be clean shaven
Yeah.
since you've
Pretty
known me.
much, yeah.
I've been getting into those arguments for years. You're clean shaven too. Congrats.
Yeah.
This man can grow a beard too.
No, I can't. No, I
Yeah,
can't.
you can. I've seen
Yeah,
it.
I only recently have the ability, but my stuff grows in patchy too. But I've never wanted the need for it. But I've had I do miss my friend Kenny. He passed away last year, but he had a big old just massive beard.
Yeah.
But we always used to give each other shit for years, for like 10 years, giving each other shit because he had a massive beard and he always called me baby face, stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, because you're a pussy, you're not a man, you can't grow a beard. I'm like, dude, you're just like, okay, I'm the pussy, but you just let your hair grow. You put oils in it. You style it. You do all this crap. I put razor blades to my throat and face, and I'm the girly one.
No, you're the old-fashioned way.
Can't argue with logic like that, though.
You can't.
You really
Yeah,
can't.
you're right. Oh, I'm girl. Oh, I just let my hair grow and put oils in it. I put razors and risk my.
But you have
my
more
jugular.
like a 1940s, 50s vibe with that, like clean shaven, doing it the old-fashioned way, clean cut. I know
I'm also
you
in the military. I have to.
Well, you have to,
Even
but-
before that, I did because I don't like it. I don't like how it feels. I don't like it.
That's
Personally,
respectable.
I think Humza should do clean shaven head, both face and just go
Bro, don't
completely
tempt me.
bald
Don't
again.
tempt me. I'll have a bad day one of these days, and I will just shave everything off my face and head. I really will.
Bring
No,
back
you
Humpty
won't.
Dumpty.
I've done it before,
You
man.
would look. No, you can't shave your head.
You've seen it. I've done it like twice before.
It's amazing.
Don't do it.
Every time Anthony's done it,
Do I give you bad advice? Have I ever given you bad advice? Don't shave
You
your
haven't
fucking
given me any
don't sh-
advice.
That
I can't remember any. Last time I talked to you was at
wouldn't have been
your
that
niece's Sweet 16.
long. Yeah, when you were a kid, I did. Hell, I even popped up in the memories when you were thanking me for my positive input on your weight loss and giving
Oh
you
my god,
advice and
dude! Whenever I see
being
shit,
positive towards you. Hey, no, dude, I loved that. Like
no,
that.
I like that too. I just mean I don't like going on Facebook and seeing like old shit that I posted. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, Humza? Like, I just make statements like I want to go to Morocco one day, or like I love my dad and my uncles. Like, who gives a shit,
Dude,
Humza?
I didn't realize I've been on Facebook for like 16 years. And I see an old post, but it was all the same for us because we didn't have memes.
Yeah.
We didn't have memes and stuff. All my posts, it shows up 15 years ago. I'm bored. Text me. Here's my note. And we put our number out
Yeah.
there.
Well, you probably used iFunny when it came out. iFunny? Do you know what iFunny is?
Oh, no, I know what it is. I didn't use
It
it.
was like the number one place to find good memes like 10 years ago.
Now it's cringe.
Now it's cringe. Now it's very cringe. And a fun fact about iFunny,
Things.
the featured shit was not as good as the not featured shit.
No,
Do you remember
had
that?
a keyword. You had a keyword search.
I didn't keyword search. I would just like I used to go on there and look at the featured stuff, and it would like there'd be like 40 memes, and then you go through the other stuff, and the other stuff was like very edgy, and it would get kind of crazy.
Yeah, you put in hashtag offensive.
Hashtag.
You got all the good stuff.
Jesus.
Did you use iFunny a lot then, Jack?
Not a lot, but there was a small time period where I did, but not as much.
I think the best place to find memes these days would be on like Twitter or TikTok.
TikTok for sure.
TikTok video
don't.
memes, bro. Have you seen these memes where it's like it'll just be like random noises and then just like a picture of Obama with like inflated eyes and it'll be like the sound. You know what I'm talking about? Like So you don't even. It's just stupid bullshit Zoomer humor.
That's exactly what we are though. We're stupid Zoomers.
Like what made you bust out laughing when you were 24?
Anchorman.
Anchorman. I won't lie, Anchorman's funny.
Anchorman is one of the
I could
best.
totally see that in like Talladega Nights,
Yeah.
like Step Brothers and shit.
Yeah. I think those came out a little before that, but well, hell, that's a meme. It was like, you kids are spoiled these days. Back, we just spent 10 years quoting Anchorman and Step Brothers for 10 years and having whole conversations with just lines from the movie. That was our memes. And it's true. That's what we did. Or
People
like
still
The
do
Ringer. The Ringer with like Johnny Knoxville. Are you
Yeah.
familiar with that?
Oh,
Where
yes,
he goes
I love
to
that
special limit. My friends still to this day that we said when we were 20 and we're in our mid 30s now. And we get together, and at some point you're going to hear someone scream, "When the fuck did we get ice cream?" It's going to happen.
But no, you're right though, because those movies are so much better because everything is just like woke bullshit now.
People still quote Step Brothers to this day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I watched Step Brothers like a year.
doesn't hold-
It doesn't hold up.
It's not my favorite of his.
When they start talking about ball sacks and shit, I'm like,
Yeah.
man, this was funny when I was like 14, not now.
I am not big on like dick humor. That's never been my
I've
thing.
kind of grown out of it. It has to be like has to not make sense for it to be funny at this point. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because I feel like that's what Zoomer humor is. It's just like a dude sitting in a chair, and then like the next frame, like it's the chair just there, and it'll be like funny sounds, and then that's funny. It'll make me laugh for 2 minutes.
It's
straight.
fucking not. Jesus, this is why your generation is so much stupid. Like
we are.
God,
Yeah.
you make me sick.
What do you hate about our generation? And I'll tell you what I don't like about the millennials.
I technically, I guess I'm at the like for me, like I thought I was for years. I thought I was Gen X because I was born in 1985. Because I was I was there before the internet and after, and the development of it.
Yeah, you're there for Web 1.
Yeah, but I guess I'm technically like a year, like 83 starts for millennials or some shit. I guess there's timelines now. But I thought I was more Gen X, and I guess maybe too because I always hung out with older people. Like when I was in high school, when I was 15, I was going to frat parties. I was bigger than them and drinking, being stupid.
I was going to church and fearing for my life that I was going to church because church was not good for me.
Well, I don't know if we want to talk about that.
About my experiences with church or just church?
Religion in general.
Jack works at a church.
I do work at a church, so you mean anything you say
but
is
Jack
probably
is
valid.
Jack, I mean, he's wearing he's got merch. He's got merch on.
Got the merch on.
Well, I think that's. I will state, man, we are just bouncing. We are having. I don't have ADD. We have
I know
gone
for
through
sure,
8 billion subjects in the last 30 minutes.
Makes it fun.
I for sure have ADD.
I will say something that drives me nuts. Like, I'm gonna say it. No, don't get offended, Jack.
No, I'm good.
Because we're talking. Well, that will surprise people too. I think you've met like Dave and that. Like, I'm friends with a pastor.
Dave?
My sister's friends. They're pastor.
Oh, Nikki's friend.
Yeah.
I might have met him.
I think you met him. Well, and then they were at the birthday party. He's the little short, bald dude with
Oh
glasses.
yeah. Okay, I remember now.
He's a pastor. I'm full blown atheist. He knows that. We had the religion discussion one time. Never again. Now it's Star Wars, Game of Thrones. He's a cool ass dude. Like, he's not just defined. He's a pastor. He's not completely defined by that. Like I said, I'm to each their own. Don't push your shit on me. I won't push mine on. That's the only time I come up.
Yeah.
Because that's when they'll be like, when someone tells me I'm gonna burn in hell, I'm like, cool, man. I don't believe in that place.
Get a nice
either.
tan.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. There's drugs and alcohol and gays. Like, that's gonna be a wild ass party. Like, hell sounds lit, huh?
I see religion, like my religious experience has been like pulling a rubber band as tight as you can, like pull, because that's how my experience has gone, like with my mom raising me. And since I graduated, it's just
growing up and living in fear and being taught all these things.
No, honestly, yeah, just like I grew up believing that like fear of God was real, and yeah, like it.
See, I was baptized Episcopalian when I was like 13.
Uh-huh.
I actually went to church. I enjoyed it. Honestly, when I started questioning it when I was 18 and my dad died, that's kind of when it put it into. I read the Bible twice and was just like, what a crock of shit.
Did you like read it through?
Twice.
I've never read the entirety of the Bible.
Well, see, that's part of my arguments too, because I'm not going to sit here and make stupid statements without being able to argue I know some scripture. I can say some prayers right now. I'm not going to.
You know the Lord's Prayer?
Yeah. That's like the easiest one.
Do you know John 3:16?
No, not I don't know the fucking Bible by heart, but
my mom can quote the Bible.
There was even a trivia night. Or me and my old roommate years ago, we went to Old Chicago to eat on the west side, and they were having a trivia night. And my friend was getting so pissed because I was answering every question, and then the only one he did answer was a baseball one. It's the only one I didn't have a fucking clue about. I don't know shit about baseball. Well, I know general stuff, but it was like Samson slayed 1,000 enemies with what weapon? What odd weapon choice? And I said it, and he was like, I'm not saying it now. Do you know?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I'm curious now because Malik's middle name is Samson.
The jawbone of an ass.
A donkey?
Yes. And my friend, like, he's like, my buddy's actually just like, you're a fucking idiot. How do you even think of this stuff? Like, why would you think of that? And then they were like, nobody got it right. And then they were like, it was the jawbone of an ass. And he's like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? You're a fucking atheist. How do you know you're the only one in here that knows a fucking Bible question?
What were we talking about before religion? We were talking about girls.
Yeah.
We were talking about... Let's go back to that. 'Cause
Same thing, isn't
we
it?
went off on a tangent.
Yeah. Religion, to each their own. Don't force shit on me. I don't care which one of the 3,000 imaginary friends in the sky that people have created. Twin Greek, Norse, whatever. Or I like Ricky Gervais. There's 3,000 gods out there. I just believe in one less than you. What's the problem?
Oh, is that one of his lines?
Yeah, well, it's not even a comedy line. He just says that. Like, he's a very proactive atheist.
Didn't he... I've seen like pictures of him. He used to be like a pop star.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
I saw a couple pictures of him. He was
He
looking like
kinda
young and fresh.
Yeah, he looked like David Bowie a little bit.
Yeah, for real. I was like, you gotta see it, Jack, after this or sometime. Yeah.
Yeah, girls. We were talking about that, and I tell you, like my daughter. Oh, I was gonna get into the point. I do remember. Like I used to think, and that's where I love. That's part of one of the things I love about my baby girl. I used to be like, man, first boy breaks her heart. I'm gonna destroy him. I'm gonna crush his skull, snap his neck, blah 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 blah. As she gets older, she's only 8, and I'm already like, whatever boy, man, I feel so sorry for him. Like she's gonna destroy him mentally. He's gonna want kids. I don't have to do shit. She's gonna be way worse than anything I do to him. So, good luck, boys.
I mean, she learned from
future.
you. I can see it. Whenever I see Jocelyn and you together, I can tell like she's
my
just like
mini-me.
witty. Yeah.
Yeah.
She can snap
Oh,
back
no,
at
she
people
does.
the same way you do.
Some of my favorite shit she's done to me. I was looking forward. I'm thinking 10 years old was when she was gonna be sarcastic and shut me up. She did it at 2 years old.
Oh my God.
I was looking at my phone. I turned and ran right. I went to walk into the kitchen, but instead I just hit the wall because I was looking at my phone, turned, just boom, right in the wall instead of in the doorway. She's 2 years old. She just looked at me. She's like, Daddy, you're dumb.
Oh my God.
And I was just like, yeah, I got nothing. I just ran into a wall. I got nothing. She shut me up, but she hits me with other crap. She had wanted, a friend of mine had surgery. She wanted to talk to her, and she's like, I want to FaceTime her. I'm like, she's probably not up for it, kiddo. She just had surgery. Like, she's probably not feeling good.
Yeah.
I said, maybe a call. And she said, no, FaceTime. I'm like, what's the deal? Why has it got to be FaceTime? Like, why does it have to be FaceTime? Man, she looks at me cockeyed, and she goes, you said look people in the eye when you speak to them. I'm like,
Kids, man.
She is throwing shit against me. And she was right. I had nothing. I had no argument. Nothing. I called her a buzzkill at a wedding because I was dancing and I was embarrassing her. I do that. She says I'm embarrassing her. I amp that shit up. I embarrass her in Walmart, so I start screaming how much I love her in the aisles. One time I started twerking to Prince, playing overhead. And all these ladies were laughing and shit. And they're like, you have no idea how much your daddy loves you. And she's just like,
Right? I'm trying
rolling
to be
her
like that
eyes
with
so
my
angry.
kids.
I don't care. I bust out dancing wherever I go.
I'm gonna be like that with him. Hopefully I have a son. I want a son and daughter, but I want to be like in an academy with my kid, just like throwing a football across the store with him and shit. I'm like, go long, and I just hit the fucking manager or something.
See, this is where you get stupid TikTok video ideas. That's where
It's not a TikTok guy video. Listen, man, I was here before TikTok.
I've seen it. I
And
literally
I
saw
will be
that the
here
other
after
day.
TikTok.
We were in the Vine era.
Yeah, we lived through the Vine era. Man,
Yeah,
the Vine-
well, I was there for the birth and death of MySpace. What's up?
What was MySpace like? Was it just a shitty
No,
Facebook?
hell no. It was a way better. You could design your page easily. Like, you didn't have to know shit about computers, and you could design your page. You had music on your page. You had players. You could pick all your music.
Oh,
You got, oh, dude, the top 8, which it eventually ended up like top 32 before it died. Because so people think now it is, I'll delete and block you. That's how you get mad at people now.
yeah.
MySpace days, you just changed your top 8. You moved people out of your top 8. That was the biggest slap in the face you could give them.
It's kind of like Snapchat with like your best friends. You know, you can kind of see like who you're friends with and shit, and people can kind of see it too. Or like,
can other people see who you're best friends with?
I think there was a feature like that when Snapchat first came
I
around.
don't think so. That would kind of counteract all the cheating that goes on with
Shit,
Snapchat.
I don't even remember, man. Snapchat when it first came out was just like you had to hold it down.
Yep.
You had to click it and then slide your finger down to see the whole picture.
Yep.
We want to get into that too. So
One time,
dating, fucking Snapchat.
I tried to use the screenshot on airplane mode feature that someone told me about. That shit did not work, and I was just like, oh, my fingers slipped. I'm like, your fingers.
You did not.
Your
use that
fingers.
excuse.
Oh, so your fingers slipped on the power button and the home button at the same time?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Fucking home button. Remember a home button?
Still have a home button
Oh my god.
on my
Androids.
Android.
It's
I
crazy.
do kind of miss the home button. Actually, I still have one on
do
my
too.
iPad, and I'm like, oh yeah, there's a home button on it because
Yeah.
I got used to the new iPhones, and they don't have it.
It's
so.
weird how fast we just adapt to things because like they got rid of the
Yeah.
home button and they're like, no, you just got to pull it up a little bit and then you can get rid of it. But
Sometimes it's annoying because I'm playing a game or something, and I swipe, and then the whole thing swipes off the screen. I'm like, motherfucker!
yeah.
I gotta get back to the app before it like times out or loses whatever I'm doing.
What kind of games do you play on your phone? Clash of Clans.
No, I got like a Walking Dead game I've played. It's based off the comic book, not the show.
Damn, you must have the new iPhone for that because that must take up
No, it's been around for 6 years.
like the graphics. It runs
Oh,
smooth and
dude,
shit.
it's based off the comic, not.
Oh, okay.
You don't have like 3D characters
Yeah.
and shit. It's not like those ones you see all the ads for. It's not anything like those. It's older. What else do I? Chess. I don't know why I'm blanking right now because I have another game I play.
Have you ever gotten?
I guess.
Have you ever like beat someone at chess to the point where they got pissed?
Oh, Last Day on Earth. Yeah, I play that one too.
Last Day on Earth. What is that?
The zombie survival game.
Oh, okay.
You gotta build your compound, all that stuff.
Oh, I love those games. I love where you have to build things up.
You have to pay. I've spent so much money on that fucking game.
Yeah. What's the most amount of money you spent on a game?
Couple thousand.
1,000?
Couple thousand.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're
Well, I don't
into
got a girlfriend, so I'm good.
it, better than drugs. I mean,
Yeah.
like, why not? I've spent several $100s on FIFA.
This is also over 6 years, though. It's not like I'm dropping $1,000
yeah,
a month
yeah,
on it. Like, I mean, I've been playing that game for like 6 years.
When you're in it that long, it's like a career investment.
Yeah, and I've even taken like year or two breaks on it. Where it's just
But you
like
just keep
they
it-
don't update. Yeah, well, fuck yeah, I spent all that money on this shit. Dude, I bought Elden Ring last week. I haven't even turned it on yet. It's downloaded. I haven't even started it yet.
What's Elden Ring?
That new big ass game that came
Yeah,
out.
it's like the big game right now. It's like
Man, I'm so
It's like
behind.
a Dark Souls meets Skyrim.
I didn't play either of those.
I never played Dark Souls thing. I'm not a big gamer, but I do like certain series that I'll play, and I've played. It's actually, well, I'll embarrass them. The nephews, Anthony and Bebo.
Yeah.
That used to be art. They always, when they were kids, they used to just watch me play video games.
Yeah,
They would
they're
sit
really
with
big
me.
into like Skyrim and God of War and
Yeah, and Assassin's Creed.
yeah.
I always used to play a lot of the Rockstar games. Like, it's kind of fucked up because Anthony was just a little guy, and I used to play Manhunt, and you're like sawing people's heads off with garrote wire. Great parenting to my sister on that one. I'm the Funkle.
The Funkle. That's what uncles are supposed to be. They're supposed to
Yeah.
alleviate the pain.
Well, yeah, and that's always a thing. It's hard for me them growing up too, and I can tell they get annoyed with me because I still pick on. They're still my little buddies
Yeah.
that I mess with and wrestle with. Now I'm embarrassing. They go through spurts where I suck or I'm awesome,
Yeah.
and it changes. They were little kids. I was awesome. Started becoming teenagers. I was so not cool, and then later teenagers.
They'll come
I was
around.
cool as shit again.
Yeah.
Now Anthony thinks I'm not so cool now, but
Man, people will come around. I didn't think my uncles were cool, but now I see my uncles as like, yeah, they'll embarrass me, but like, I'm fucking glad you're around because like my dad's in okay health, but I'm pretty sure my uncles are gonna live longer than them. I mean,
I say that to them all the time. Because they say they're going to beat the shit out of me when I'm in a wheelchair. I'm like, yeah, good luck. You're pussies.
I mean, who knows? Who knows?
I just move and they flinch around me still. I was like, can you stop? But in all fairness, yeah, I do still hit them a lot.
Oh, man.
But they're grown men now, and now I tickle them and embarrass them more.
Oh, my God.
And they're going to hear this and get super pissed.
Anthony doesn't listen to this
I do
shit.
tell him that. I was like, at least I'm not Uncle Creepy Fingers, you know? That'd be worse.
Oh, my God.
That would
Anthony
be way
doesn't
worse.
even listen to our episodes.
Uncle Backstroke. No.
What a fake fan.
I really don't know. Like, Kevin said he hasn't really listened to him. I just assume no one listens to these but Craig and you and I. So. And Simon. Simon said he listens to a few of them.
Our friends are fake.
I'm a supportive uncle.
Well, this is our passion project. So
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
this is just a way to, I just like talking.
It's
to
not. It's so
friends
cool.
and
I mean, we're
stuff.
just shooting the shit. I'm not putting
Yeah.
on any airs or shows for people. We're just talking. There just happens to be a microphone.
Yeah. So what do you think about this whole Ukraine situation? Because I feel like it's going to be
I
pretty.
feel like we're bouncing back to that. I thought we covered that.
I mean, you
now,
talked
honestly,
about-
that's what. Okay, you're right. We did bounce around. You were talking about fishnets and blue hair, blah blah blah. Which obviously, like, we're not filming this or anything. People can't see me. They don't realize I'm decked out in a vest with all my punk band shit and
Yeah.
safety pins and holes in my face. And
By the way, I think that looks really cool. I like the vest look with the buttons. And like when you had your shoot and it looked really crisp and stuff. And I was like, damn, I want like a vest someday or soon or something where I can put like things I've collected on it,
Yeah.
It just shows who you are.
I will even say the inspiration for that. You can watch it on Netflix. It's a movie called Little Monsters.
Little
It
monster.
didn't even necessarily fully come from punk music, which obviously I'm big into.
Yeah.
Misfits, obviously, it's a nickname. Misfit. I get called Army Friends, other people. But yeah, if you watch Little Monsters with Howie Mandel and Fred Savage. Movie came out when I was little, okay? But it's still a great movie. You gotta watch. You'll love it. I guarantee you'll love it.
Is it whimsical?
No. It's an 80s movie where it's like, God, why did parents let their kids watch this shit? Because there's dick jokes and all
One of
kinds
those
of
like
stuff.
PG movies, but it's really like an NC-17 movie.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Are you a fan of Chris Farley?
Yeah.
David Spade?
Yeah.
I love all the movies that they're in. They only did two
I
together,
actually,
right? Black Sheep and Tommy Boy.
Black Sheep, Tommy Boy.
But they were on SNL.
They were on a
before
lot of
that.
SNL, yeah. Man, I fucking love Chris Farley. I'm so sad that he's passed away, but drugs.
God, that was before you were even born, wasn't it?
Yeah. I grew up watching like Jim Carrey and Robin Williams and Chris Farley. This is why I act like...
Jim Carrey was my idol.
Dude, same.
When I
I
was a
love
kid.
Jim Carrey.
You think you act like Jim Carrey?
I think like I keep myself composed around people, but if I just start being weird and comfortable around people, I'll act like Jim Carrey or just crazy.
Well, hey, people can even see it. I don't. It's not even stolen. I used to, when I was a kid, I actually used to drive my grandfather nuts doing Jim Carrey impressions. Like he loved and hated it at the same time.
Did you ever do you just be standing around people and then you just fall on the floor? Like he did in his one set.
I actually got in trouble in high school for that. Like
Really?
faking seizures. Just to fuck with people. Like at one time I was in band class and I did it and kicked over a drum set. But see, we also, that was when we had those zip off pants where they could turn into shorts, and I would wear one of the pant legs on my head. And it was stupid, dude. I don't know. I was dumb. Yeah, I used to irritate people with that.
What's your favorite like 80s or 90s movies?
We'll be here for 6 hours.
I know. We've had this conversation. It was a couple
I
years
love
ago.
movies.
You're like, I've seen like thousands of movies.
Yeah, I've probably seen over 10,000 movies at this point. That doesn't even count shows.
If you can narrow it down to one movie.
I actually recently changed it. My favorite. It was always in probably my top 5, but I think I've decided I've got for years, Green Street Hooligans was my favorite movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I like that movie.
But I've changed it to something I can just watch way more, and I still love it every time. It's Gangs of New York with Leonardo DiCaprio and Daniel Day-Lewis.
I haven't seen that yet, but I'm actually gonna
You're
watch
gonna
it.
go watch it.
I'm gonna watch
Do
it.
you have
tonight
HBO
once-
Max? Because it's on there. It's not on Netflix.
It's not?
Yeah, it's on HBO Max right now.
okay.
I mean, it might be on Prime. I don't know. Dude, I've got all those fucking
Yeah, I
services.
got all the streams. Yeah.
I don't even watch it. I've been on. So I haven't even told you this. I'm on a huge Survivor kick right now. I'm watching
Survivor?
all the seasons of Survivor, and I'm gonna try out for it.
Really?
Yeah,
I think you could do it.
yeah, that's what I'm hearing a lot. So I watched the first 2 seasons, like back when you guys were born. What year were you born?
98.
Okay, it came out in like 2000. And I watched the first 2 seasons back then. I was in high school. I was like 14 when it came out, 15. Hadn't watched it since. And I saw season 41. I'm like, 41? What the fuck? Season 41? But they do 2 a year. And I didn't even think, oh shit, it's been on over 20 years.
Yeah.
And it's only season 42 just started. I haven't watched any of it. But I watch season 41. And it seems to have got easier. And I don't know. I just got I hadn't watched it in 20 years. And then I got super into it. So now I've been watching I'm on season 25 right now.
Wow.
I started like 3 weeks ago. I've already got through. And they're 16 hour to hour and a half episodes.
Yeah.
And I've gone through.
That's the one where they're on different teams, like the
tribes.
team,
And then then they merge and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, you could definitely toy with people on there. I know you could. You
I
would
don't know if
like
I would
take
toy with
all the
people.
fish or some shit and like hide in the jungle.
That's where it killed
let
me because I don't
everybody
eat
die.
seafood. So I'd probably starve to death. But no, I watched the new ones. And it's ridiculous. You go back and watch the old ones, and then it's so crazy because of social justice, etc. You watch all the old ones, they're calling each other retards all the time, and fag and queer, and you're like, holy shit, this was on CBS back in the day. Like I didn't even back then it was just a thing.
Yeah.
Or they'd be like, oh, people you could start. You could tell over time, especially, but even before that, some people were just pieces of shit, homophobic, racist, whatever. I'm not gonna lie. I won't get too much in the subject. I will just say, like, this one dude on this season, I was like, it blew my mind. He's like, I'm a gay man, and my husband is pregnant with our second child. And I'm like, that's just straight with extra steps, dude. You're just with a bearded lady. Like, this is absolutely insane. You're with a woman with a beard that's pregnant with your second child, but you're gay.
It's a lot of wordplay to understand, mental gymnastics to understand that.
That's the dumbest shit. But whatever. And it's bad. I don't even want. I won't get into it. But yeah, I got Superman Survivor, and I'm gonna check it out. I don't know if they'll let me though. Me from living in Wichita because the host is from Wichita.
Really?
Jeff Probst, yeah, he's from Wichita.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
Where did they film that? They filmed it on an island.
all over the world.
Oh. Shoot, dude, I would do it.
The one I'm watching right now is in the Philippines, season 25.
If I were you, I'd do it. I'd try it out, try and make it happen. I want to get on Wheel of Fortune.
Well, I honestly part of it too, man. I went to the desert last year for a month with the army, and it was literally just out in Death Valley, no buildings, running water, none of that shit.
Yeah.
And I had to do it in full army gear with gas attacks and shitty food, and I didn't even eat. I think the last 4 days we were out in the field. I was just so sick of MREs.
Did they let you have your SIGs and shit?
Oh yeah.
So you probably.
Well, yeah, but people ran out, all kinds of stuff. Well, you got to think, dude. We didn't shower for a month
Sounds like a vibe.
in full gear in 118 degrees.
It sounds shitty, but it sounds like a cool
yeah.
guy's vacation or something.
Well, my truck partner was a woman. Technically, it was a 19-year-old girl.
How'd she hold up?
She's great. She's a cool chick. I did a lot of training her, I did explain that to her. I was like, yo, we're going to know what each other's stuff smells like by the end, because we were living in a truck together in the desert for a month. Like in a cab, like this size.
So you had to sleep in it? Or
We
pitch a
slept
tent?
outside. Yeah, we had scorpion. Well, I'm 6'4", dude. Like those tents.
You got to crawl around in it or something?
I had to basically sleep. If I did sleep in, which I didn't most nights, I would try and stack stuff up around the console in the truck and then on the seats to make a level bed that I could lay across. And I would still have my feet out the window. The scorpion tents, if I'm in those, I'd have to lay down on my back and then basically lay down in a sitting position with my rucksack under my legs so that I could fit in the tent.
Oh, oh my God.
So basically I had to sit like I was giving birth to sleep. And then wake up. And it was just not comfortable. And then my big ass trying to get up out of the ground. It just sucked. That part sucked. I had a great experience with it. I never appreciated scenery until I went and saw that and was out in the desert. I didn't look at the skyline and be like, oh, it's beautiful. Like, I never had it. But, like, it was.
Was it worth it to be out there in the heat all day and then see the sunset coming down? It gets cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was cool. I lost 24 pounds on top of that.
I bet, dude. It sounds... You were just eating MREs?
Yeah. Well, no, I took a bunch of beef jerky and trail mix, but I literally I think I took like 16 pounds, but it was for 28 days.
Damn, 16 pounds, dude. That's like...
Well, both of them,
you buy
though.
that from Quick Trip?
No, Walmart.
Oh. I was about to say...
I bought them big bags.
Trip. Yeah,
everyone thought I was rich with my $16 bags of jerky.
Right, dude? God.
But yeah, I made it last. I think I made 5 bags of jerky last the month.
Hell yeah.
And I don't think I finished. I think I also did 4 bags of trail mix. But they were the big suckers, you know. They were like 2 pounds of trail mix. And then... What
about water? What did you guys do?
Oh, they had stations. We had a whole water truck that had to be filled up almost daily.
Damn.
And it was like a tanker. Because that's what I do in the Army. I'm a truck driver.
Uh-huh.
We transport everything. And water is one of the designated things to take around people. So we basically had a tanker, but it still had to be filled like every day.
I was delivering in Newton, and I saw on the railroad tracks, because it's a railroad town, they had a convoy or something, a bunch of Army trucks and equipment and stuff moving. And I was like, damn, where is that going? Or
it was probably going to Fort Riley. That was probably my
Fort
stuff.
Riley? Where is that?
In Fort Riley.
I don't know where Fort Riley is. What? In Riley?
It's near Manhattan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know which way.
It's technically its own city. Fort Riley. It's a fort.
Oh,
it's
okay.
An Army fort.
Okay, I've driven past it now. I know where it's at. But yeah, I was just like, damn, you never really see this stuff. Like, we get planes that fly into McConnell overhead, like, every day, all the time. But that's all I really see of...
I live right by McConnell, so...
Yeah?
Yeah. And
those apartments?
No. I live in that house with my grandparents.
Okay.
I'll take care of them.
I used to go to McConnell to train with Jonathan Reed. Remember him from Young Marines? He was like...
No.
Oh, well, he was a former Marine, I guess, just Marine, because they're so proud about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I used to go to McConnell and train, and then I broke my collarbone in summer of 2013, and that sucked shit.
You shouldn't let him be so rough with you.
It wasn't him. It was just a bike ride with Edwards, and I just went on the crack, and I was like, off-roading, and I snapped my collarbone. And I didn't think I broke my collarbone because my shoulder was just like twitching hard, and I was like, oh, I just pulled a muscle, like, and I could barely breathe. It's okay. And then like Malik came over with like my busted ass phone and shit, and he was like, are you okay? And I'm like, I don't know. You should call mom. But yeah, fun times. I'm made of glass. That's the point.
Like most of your generation. No, I'm just kidding.
No, you're right.
I'm just kidding.
Our generation is special.
Technically, we're the same generation, though, because you couldn't possibly be my... Well, I wasn't getting any when I was 15, so you couldn't be my child.
No, yeah. I could still be your kid.
No, you couldn't. We're not... Or sorry, what are you? You're Zennial? Is that what it is? Or whatever.
Zoomer.
I don't know, man. All these fucking groups.
You're just a millennial.
See, my age, we're different. This has actually been discussed quite a bit. We're in a different, like the people that came in through internet and stuff like that. And I'm having trouble processing today. Like, I don't want to get big on the subject, but it's like in my age group, we didn't have... Like, I obviously, in this area, growing up here, dealing with everyone being upset and everyone's offended and everyone's racist and all this stuff. Like, my age group, we just didn't deal with that. It wasn't a thing. Everyone just kicked it with everybody. Like, the 90s and early 2000s just was not. It wasn't a thing. Like,
I think people
around
are
here,
bored.
at least. I can't speak for the entire world or the nation even.
Yeah.
Just around, or maybe that's just my perception and how I grew up. I was, you know my sister, obviously.
Oh yeah, it makes sense.
We were white immigrants that grew up in the hood. Like, so I don't know. I have a different perspective, and it's just everyone's so butthurt, and everyone's
you have a very
entitled to
unique
shit,
yeah.
and it just drives me nuts because that's why I said I still live like I'm poor. I don't buy like that's just when I have money and I'm like, I gotta keep it, like because I don't know. I'd never had it before. Mm-hmm. But yeah, everyone's even the nephews. I mean, they live a damn good life.
Yeah,
my daughter does. I try to explain that crap to her all the time. Like, she's cool with getting McDonald's twice a week. I'm like, no. Like, but to her, it's nothing. I'm like, man, we were lucky to get McDonald's once a month when I was a kid, if that.
Yeah.
Like, that was luxury.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
Happy Meal.
Yeah, and she does. Most Fridays, I do get her a Happy Meal.
That's because you're a good dad.
Not really. If I was a good dad, I wouldn't let her eat that shit.
You're also right. You're very right. Why didn't I think about this when I was 12? I wanted McDonald's so bad. And I got it.
You just wanted the
used to see
toy,
me.
though. Well, no, that's true. You did want the food.
I did. I sure fucking did. Double cheese on that burger, please.
But, yeah, I don't know. Just all kinds of things. I don't, like, that's where
I think you
I've
got
shut
a point,
in more
though.
over the years. It's not.
Like, there was no Twitter when
No.
you were in, like, the 90s. Like,
Yeah.
someone couldn't complain because someone called them this or that. Like, you just
Yeah.
kind of dealt with it. And most people were nice because they didn't have this, like, big brother, like, pressure over them. Like, you need to be good in society. Like, you could fuck up here and there as long as, like,
But that's what I
you
also told
try
you
and be
back then.
good.
Talk shit, get hit. Someone said some racist shit. You just clobbered them over the head.
Now yeah.
We didn't have to. It wasn't. Someone said something stupid. Honestly, I'll be real. When we were kids, it didn't matter if you were right or wrong. If you lost the fight, you were wrong. You just shut
you
your
seen that
mouth
happen
because
before?
you can't. I did it.
Oh.
I could. Well, I don't know that I was wrong. I'm generally not. But yeah, no. It's some kid mouths off. He says some shit. He's arguing with you. Then what? Then it starts the name calling.
Yeah.
Or they come at you. You want to fight them. Then you smack them around. Okay, we're gonna shut up. We're not. And a lot of times though, you became friends after.
Yeah.
It was all good.
Just mutual respect.
Yeah.
Beating the shit out
Well,
of
and
each
that's
other.
kind of the thing. Like, hell, my best friend in high school, I'm the only person who ever beat him up. But I protected him 8,000 times because of his mouth. He was a scrawny, mouthy shit. Mm-hmm. He was nuts. Dude got expelled from high school for showing his testicles in school. Like, he was nuts. One time he pushed me, and I beat the living shit out of him. And then after that, he stopped pushing my buttons.
Yeah.
I'm still friends today. We're in our 30s, half our life, 18 years. Well, no, more than that. Fuck, 22 years we've been friends.
I'm hoping in 10 years, I don't know what like technology or communication will be like between people, but
Well, he lives in Germany now too.
oh, really?
Yeah, he's Jewish. He said he's gonna go breed them out. He's actually about to marry a German girl.
Did he tell her that?
He teaches English over there. I don't know.
That is funny. That is so funny. He's gonna go pollinate.
Yeah. Yeah, it still kind of blows my mind. He's getting married before I ever will.
Hey, you could lock that down.
What?
You could find a chick.
Oh, I know I can. But
You just don't want to
okay,
be married.
well, since we've jumped around 8 billion times, we really want to get into this. Yeah, I could. I get hit up probably every single day by a different woman.
Are you usually just like
I ignore
mutual
them.
with them, or like I'm
No, it's not even that. I don't even have to. It doesn't even have to be dating apps. I did say that earlier. Like, I don't care. I use them. Yeah. Some of them, doesn't require matching. They can just message you.
yeah.
Oh man, I think I'm on like 6 of them, and that's fucking sad, I guess. But
It's not sad. I mean,
it's the only way to do it now.
yeah, that's
Like
the
I
only
said,
way.
where
Unless
you
you want
go
to go
out-
to a club or something.
Even you go out to the bars, I don't approach women. I let them come to me. I really do, because there is no, you never know.
Yeah, it's just how our society is. Like, if women want and should be empowered, then, and you want to be independent, then you got to independently go to a man.
Right. And I'll admit that's even my flaws and where I'm broken. Like I'm pretty self-aware. I think over the years I've had a constant non-appreciation, or it's where I have to put in all the effort and I'm done with it. So I don't, or like I said, I don't make, it's either way you make the first move and you weren't supposed to, and then you don't make the first move and you were supposed to. It's a mix. It sucks. But for me, yeah, a lot of times now I don't put the effort where it's because I'm just generally not used to women putting in effort into the man. It's always, I've got pussy and that tops everything. So you do whatever I want and I say. And I'm like, nah. No, I don't mess with it. It's, oh God, I'm going to jump around. Any ladies listening, you're about to get really mad.
There's so many, like, everybody covers the topic of relationships, but
They
like,
do. I've talked to many dudes about this, and that's for the point. So we were talking about Snapchat earlier. Also, huge downfall to dating. I'm going to give some ladies some tips on what's going to up your game.
I don't know how many women listen to this podcast, but
Well, if they do, or
probably
even
talking
dudes.
to several gay dudes though.
All right, that's cool too. Last time I saw you, we were both in the gay club,
Hell yeah!
and I was living it up. And
Shout out XY. I fucking love XY. It's my
So that's a
favorite
lot of
club.
fun.
yeah, and I was up having a blast. You saw me. We were having I'm old, but I still party harder than you. Fucker, you can't even stand up apparently.
Oh yeah, I ate shit. I saw Simon walking. I just saw like his side profile, and I was like, my drunk mind. I was like, Simon, and I like walked over to him, and I ate shit right
I saw
there.
you
Slipped on some vodka.
I know when I was up on stage, I saw you screaming, and then I saw your phone light go on like you were filming me. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing?
Was I Phil?
I know the DJ. Like I was just up there with the DJ and shit. Like I worked downtown for 15 years. Like I as a bouncer, I knew. There's still a lot of people that do that stuff. I gave up on it, especially becoming a dad. It's just too dangerous, especially this day and age.
You've asked me multiple times to be a bouncer at some strip club at 2 a.m.
Well, yeah, but I asked you to work in a parking lot where it was safe.
That's true, but I also was. I don't even know. I guess I just didn't want to get the shit beaten out of me or like get shot or something. Plus, I didn't really like work out. Like I've been trying to work out more, but back then I was just
Getting way off topic again.
I am, and it's fine. You sons of bitches. You're gonna listen to the whole fucking
talking about
podcast in your ears.
Yeah. I still go out. I do all those things. Websites though. Snapchat filters. Ladies, stop with the fucking filters.
And the men.
It's yeah. I didn't know that. I don't know. I'm an old school man that I'm fine with how I look. I don't need to. Well, I'm not entirely fine with how I look. I'm starting to get that salt and pepper. But
Don't say old school. That means racist to most people.
Does what the fuck? That's if anything, that's a hip hop term. How the fuck is that?
Listen, dude, I don't make up the rules.
Oh my god!
I just break them.
Well, thanks for telling me. I didn't know. Yeah, I don't. Man, it's catfishing. To me, if you use nothing but filters, it tells me you're a fake person. You have no self-confidence. You're a fraud. You're a fake. I can't trust that you're an honest person.
Yeah. What do you think about that, Jack? I like filters.
Oh no, that's 100%. I 100% agree. Like, if whenever I've been on dating apps, if like she has pictures with only filters, I'll swipe left. Especially if it's like the dog filter. I hate that one.
Dude, yeah.
Dog.
I'm so glad that era is pretty much over.
Yeah.
But yes, that used to. I think that was an old memory on Facebook. It was like, man, I can't decide which one I want to fuck, the dog or the panda.
No, but I remember going on a Bumble date once with this girl who like I guess I didn't think of it at the time, but like her pictures were heavily filtered, and it showed when I met her in person.
Yeah, you show up.
Yeah, like we went to the zoo, and like immediately I'm like, oh no, you don't look anything like your profile did. But I stuck it out because I hadn't been to the zoo in a while. But like, it also didn't help that none of the animals were out that day, and she was not great at conversation. So it was just
Awkward
that was
walking
actually-
for miles.
Yes, that was actually the day that I like texted you to call me, and you called me, and I like
Oh
acted
yeah.
like
Okay, I remember now. I'm glad I saved
yeah,
you. bro.
Humza saved my butt. Like I just acted like someone needed it, like someone had an
You did
emergency.
the emergency call.
I did the
Jesus.
emergency-
Dude, I was
Oh.
concerned too. I was like, oh my God, what happened to Jack? I was like, oh my God, no, Jack. I called him immediately.
Yeah, and then I called him when I got back out to my car. I was like, "You are a freaking wingman. You just saved me from a bad date."
No, it's like the anti-wingman.
No,
I got you out of a bad
no. That is a wingman, 100%.
Yeah.
Man, that sucks though. Like, why do girls do that? Why do girls like? I get angles and like maybe a little filter, like just
Their own
color.
self-esteem.
But guys do it too. Like, guys use certain filters that
Bitches.
like.
Sorry,
There's literally a filter on Snapchat that will like make your cheeks or make your chin like come to a sharper point.
To have a jawline. Like,
Well, I think it's mostly for girls. It's a like a feminine filter, but it'll
you were
like
saying,
make.
you were talking about guys, so that's where I got.
I'm sure guys use it. I've used it just to look at myself, but but like yeah, it'll make your jawline like sharper and like add like blush to your cheeks and make your eyes look like it'll like make them look symmetrical, you know?
No, I don't.
Well,
'cause
like
I'm a
my-
man that doesn't
What?
use filters.
My eyes aren't straight, so that's just one thing I'm self-conscious
They're not
about.
straight?
But no, like look at them. Like one is like higher than the other. I think it's this one that's higher.
Oh, you mean they're not even?
Even.
I'm
Straight.
like, you don't. You're,
not-
they don't go in different directions. You're not cross-eyed, so I mean, they look pretty straight to me.
I wish I could get fucking a scholarship or something.
I feel like dating apps already do like a number on dudes' self-esteem already, because like the difference between dudes and girls when it comes to like matches or even just like people that are getting swiped right on, like women get immediate swipe rights after building a profile, but then there's dudes who like are like trying on everyone and get nothing. There's just that, at least in my experience, I've had like many dry spells, which is why I deleted it this last time around, because it was just like no one's responding, so I'm just not gonna bother.
That's what I don't get either. Where you do message and then there's nothing.
Yeah,
Especially if, like even Tinder only, I pay for that because it's, you know, you can see, you know, I get a match. I'm like, and if it's good, I'm like, oh well, yeah, I'm gonna swipe right on that. She's
Yeah.
not. She seems cool. Literally, I was actually blown away. I swiped right on this chick last night. She's 33. She said Marilyn Manson song was posted on her thing, an old school one, like one of his old, which I guess he's canceled now too. I don't fucking know.
oh yeah,
For being a weirdo.
Yeah, I
Go
read
figure.
something
Marilyn
about that.
Manson's a fucking weirdo. Shocker. Actually, I got a Marilyn Manson pen right here. I love Marilyn Manson.
Dude, I like him too.
His
Like
music and his books.
he's written books.
Yeah. Autobiography, Long Road.
I saw
Long Hard Ride Out of Hell, I think. Something like that.
I saw some thing about like Kanye being canceled or whatever, that bullshit, but he was like with Marilyn Manson and like I
And
guess that
Justin
was bad.
Bieber.
Yeah,
No,
like,
yeah, he baptized him.
Kanye baptized him.
Kanye baptized Marilyn Manson. I'm like, what the fuck?
Hasn't Marilyn Manson been at all of like Kanye's Donda listening parties lately too? Like
He's
they're
been
just,
involved with
I don't
them.
even
they're
know
just
that is.
chumming it up on stage.
I think he was on a song too.
Well,
on the last-
that was what stopped Marilyn Manson's cancel, was Kanye saving him. The Satanist priest.
Kanye can save a lot of people, but he can't save himself.
Nope.
I really don't know. I don't follow that. I'm too.
I don't really follow it either.
Don't
I
work-
just
yeah,
hear
it's-
constantly about Kanye.
That's what I hate. I'm going to talk into that, and this will also go into the dating. Okay, I'm going to put it this way: you get to wipe one person out of history. Who would it be? What's everyone's general answer though?
Ooh.
What's the typical answer?
Typical answer would be something like Hitler.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm gonna go with George Washington. Fuck this country. That's word to the libs.
All right.
Just kidding. I love you, America.
No, that'll go into another subject I can hit you with too. I get that
We'll
shit.
do it
So
next
I'm
time.
from, no, I know. I can even say now. I'm from England. So I've been called Redcoat since I was in high school.
Yeah.
And go figure. I'm like the reverse Benedict Arnold because I'm the Brit in the U.S. Army. Sorry, giving you a history lesson too. But I constantly, we'll kick your ass like we did in Revolutionary War. I said, yeah, but your schools doesn't teach you how America got its ass whooped by Britain in 1812.
Oh, yeah, when
the
they
War of
burned the
1812.
fucking
Nobody
White
talks
House
about
down.
that. Doesn't talk about how we came back and kicked everyone's ass. But lost was in the Revolutionary. Of course, you're not going to teach how when you lost. Only time they do is the Alamo.
Oh, yeah. History is written by the victors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the
Sorry.
Brits did fuck up America in the early days, like the first 100 years of the fucking United States.
So, back to the kill people. Everyone's going to say Hitler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would take out Kris Jenner,
Oh.
the Kardashians' mom.
Oh, the mom?
They
Why? Why her?
multiple Kardashians are a stain on the human race. Kardashian Jenners. They have ruined dating. Women, like, honestly, nobody wanted to be an influencer or anything or fucking, I mean, and I'm not saying there's nothing wrong. To me, there's not, I worked strip club for years. There's nothing wrong with sex workers I think prostitution should be illegal.
Yeah, I agree.
All that. But now Kim Kardashian made it famous by being the celebrity sex tape.
Yeah.
And she blew up and she made her riches. And now that's all she had to do was get fucked by some dude. And now she's
She
fucking
profits
billionaire.
off black men. The whole family profits off black men.
I will say that's part of, I was talking with my buddy about that too. And I was like, it has changed. Which has changed for me too on these dating apps. I will say this. But anyways, so the Kardashians, to me, they made black men a fashion accessory. Then it was all about being the snow bunnies. And there's no fucking iteration. Honestly, everyone was shocked my baby mom was white. I've lost my virginity to a black girl. I've dated a lot of black, Latina, Asian girls. Like, generally. Everyone, even I'm surprised I got a white blonde baby mama, to be honest. Friends I grew up with, like, what? Like, it surprises them. But yeah, it turned into that. But now it's scuzzy tattooed white guys.
Yeah.
They all switched over. Pete Davidson, Travis Barker, Machine Gun. I know it's Megan Fox, whatever. And I hate that I know these things. This stuff shouldn't exist in my world. But Machine Gun Kelly, though, now that's the thing. Dude, I've been getting hit up by so many black girls lately on dating websites.
I've seen that.
telling you,
Like,
Secure the bag.
I've
secure
seen
that bag.
like black women are like going more for like husky, taller black or white dudes.
Yeah.
There's a
Oh,
chance.
dude, I was New Year's.
My guy, you need to have a mixed race baby right now, Jack.
Bro, my last
really,
serious relationship.
All the beautiful black women out there, I have an app for you, and it goes by jclay715. He loves melanin.
But see,
That's
I
facts.
always had. Well, yeah, and I've always dated. I've dated black girls my entire life. I was dumped by a girl last year that I was seeing that I was really into, and it was because she posted about dating a white guy on her Facebook.
Oh.
And she got called a race traitor and all this shit.
Oh my
and she
God.
dumped me because of a fucking meme. And everyone talking about, she was like something about my white boy sweet, blah 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 blah. And she's half white. Her dad was a white dude.
That's so sad.
Colorism. Maybe I'm probably not the most qualified person to talk about this, but colorism is such a stupid thing.
It is.
At
Like,
the same time, that's also what's great about America. Everyone talks about appropriation, but that's what's great about here is the mixture of all the cultures, and we get to teach each other all the differences
Exactly.
and experience new things. Why would you not want to share your culture with other people? I don't get that.
this is the one country in like the entire world where, yes, it's dominated by white people, but you can find every other country
I just
here.
want to point out the non-white guy said that.
Yes, the POC.
Don't cancel me.
You can't get canceled.
Yeah, it's true.
You,
Like, we're good.
Because I could give a fuck. I'm Dave Chappelle, this bitch.
right? You give off like very cultured vibes when you're like you're not. You're just not. You're not a honky. Like you're a dude who knows shit, and like you have experiences. You talk about dating black women, and we're not going to talk just specifically about black women or black people, but you've been around the block several times, so you're not just like Simon Halvey. You're like,
I rolled up listening to Wu-Tang.
yeah, that's what I mean. You know, you're not just like some basic dude.
No. I'm also a foreign weirdo, so that wears contacts and weird shit. But I also clean it up nice too.
That's true.
Yeah. Kardashian, they fucking ruined the world. They ruined dating. Everyone wants an easy influencer job or whatever the fuck it's called. The fact that there's a game show now to become the next influencer is a fucking joke. Like,
oh my God.
And I just see commercials from it, and that's from on Amazon. I'm like, please stop showing this.
The next influencer.
And it's a bunch of dipshit kids basically doing like a contestant show, like a real world challenge.
Yeah, there's tons of shows where like TikTokers that live in a fucking fun house together.
Yeah.
Jack each other off with their phones all day.
Let's start a hype house, Humza.
What?
Let's start a hype house.
A hype house? Yeah. Oh Christ.
You mean Greg?
Yeah, everyone wants that. It changes, and everyone this whole fantasy land Prince Charming shit. Or like I said, I've gathered data just from conversations with other dudes and we haven't really discussed this other than, well, now we are. Well, and I know you can't really because you've been in a pretty long-term relationship.
Lockdown.
Pretty much. And I'm happy I am.
You can't fully relate on this terms. And I'm older, so it's even different for me. But like I've said, yes, I'll still date like a 24-year-old. But and I even told you earlier, like I used to be disgusted when I was your age with girls my age dating older dudes. I'm like, that's gross. It was jealousy. It was pure jealousy.
Oh yeah.
But I looked at other things too, because I can tell you when I was 19, I did not know how to fuck like I do in my 30s.
That makes sense.
And I even know that because an ex-girlfriend, like years later, we hooked up when we were like 19. We dated when I was like 19. And then we hook up in our late 20s. She's like, you learned a lot.
You learned a lot.
She's like, I'm like, yeah, you were, I learned things, but now I get it and I can see why. It makes sense. And yeah, that's another thing where it does depend on the person. I'm going to sound like an arrogant douchebag. Come back to talk about this. I'm not an ugly dude. I mean, I'm not Ryan Gosling or whoever you think is gorgeous these days. I'm also not freaking Sloth from the Goonies either. But Sloth from the Goonies keeps hitting me up on all these dating websites every goddamn day.
So true, though.
And I'm just like, I don't know where it hurts my feelings. Like, that's where I sound like a douche because I'm like, what makes this chick think she has the slightest chance in hell with me?
Right.
And I feel like a piece of shit for even thinking that.
No, like you hold yourself to a higher standard and maybe she doesn't, or
I mean, I can appreciate the bravery of putting themselves out there like that, but come on. And some of it, I mean, that's what I say. Women are going to get mad at me. You see all these lists of things that men have to have. You got to have a house, a car, blah, 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 treat me right, spoil me. And they're fucking huge, got multiple baby daddies, no shit of their own. Some of them say stay-at-home mom is their job, but they're single. How the fuck does that work? Then, so they're telling you this list of things. I'm like, so let me see this. You've just got used pussy and more mouths to feed. That's what I get in return for having a house, a car.
yeah.
And all this. And you'll have sex with me? Oh, cool.
No, but that's why I don't pay for any of like the the premium versions of any apps because like I'm gonna be losing money on that because that's all I'm getting is the Sloth from the Goonies. No offense.
I've bought a couple super swipes.
Oh,
super likes.
I've bought super likes to in my head be like, oh, this is gonna up my chances. And it never works, but in my head, I'm like,
Not only that, the fake pro. So that's where I'm going to give advice to women on this. Don't give a list of demands. Cut out the filters. I can get, hey, do a black and white one that looks edgy and cool. Sure, do that. Stop with just the face shots, because if you're hiding yourself, that's fake. If you're big, show you're big. Dudes are into that. If they're not, don't waste their time. Me personally, hey, I'm a big dude. Maybe it's a reflection of my own uncomfort with my body. I'm just not into bigger women. I don't mind a little thickness, curvy. People misconstrue that, though. They're like a few extra pounds and they're 400 pounds. Like, no, that's not.
Have you seen...
And 5'5".
Yeah.
Like, no, girl, you're fucking huge.
You're 5'5" and your weight is 550.
What's funny, I'll tell the girls this. What's funny is they always put their hands in their picture, and you're dead give. Yeah, you can do the filter and you can tuck in to do the angles and all that, but when you have your hand with the sausage fingers in the picture, I
Bring
know
out
what's
the
up.
buns.
Gives it away. I'm telling you. Hey, I don't care.
I'm about to reinstall Tinder just so I can look.
Yeah. Oh, you'll see it.
Sausages. And there's no way to lose the sausage fingers either. Like, you just gotta lose weight to lose the sausage fingers.
Yeah.
I got a little bit of sausage, especially if I go like that, kind of.
Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about, though.
No, you're talking about the plump ones.
Yeah. There's a difference. We're three grown men. There's a difference between our hands and 5'2".
So what?
Tasha with fucking bosses on her hand. I just threw that out. I don't know.
Unclean, unkept nails and shit.
I don't do that. I cut my nails constantly.
Yeah, me too.
This is a personal one for me. I don't like when they like do this like deadpan look in all their pictures. Like, it's just like you know what you're on here for. You want to look a little attractive.
Maybe they're showing you their like dead bitch face.
See, I actually love resting bitch face. That turns me on.
Okay.
I like resting bitch
Something
face.
about it.
Yeah. But see, also, and it's, don't tell a girl to smile. I know this one girl. She's a bit bigger. But she is so pretty. I would contemplate it. But man, I tell you, this girl's smile lights up a room. When you're around her in person, she's all smiles and it's great. She has one of the best smiles in the world, and that's what would make me contemplate. Just because she's so sweet and all that.
Yeah.
On all her social media, it's bitch face. It's just not her and trying to look like a bad bitch. And I'm like, but you can't tell her to smile because then you're a misogynist piece of shit. But I'm like, yo, can you go back to the smiling and stuff? Because that is a way better version of you than trying to look like a bad bitch and da-da-da-da. That's probably what'll make girls mad too, because it's this materialistic shit, and he better buy me a $3,000 purse. I'm not buying you a $3,000 purse, ladies, ever in my fucking life. If you try to ask me for it, I will take you to fucking Disneyland and spend $5,000 before I buy you a fucking $3,000 purse. Yeah, I will spend money on memories.
Yeah.
I'm not buying some stupid shit.
We're about to die.
We're about to die. All right. Well.
Okay. Remember that. Filters? No. No list of demands. Knock off. I think I said filters twice probably, but be real. Oh, local landmarks on your profile pictures. There's so many fake profiles out there. Put something locally you can see, whether it's the frickin'
The Keeper.
And the Keeper, something like that with you in it. A local bar that's noticeable. If you live in Wichita and don't post all your bikini beach pics. Also, stop posting that. Where men and women differ, and I have verified this with my buddies, is dudes, we post our most recent pictures first, and we might show them some from the past. Like, I got pictures of them to see me. Like, the mohawk is at the very end of mine, so you can see what I used to be like. Yeah. My shit's recent. Women post their hottest, oldest, best pictures first, and then they'll throw in the most recent one at the back. I'm telling you, I see this all the time. That's what it is. Recent, no filters, local shit so we could verify you're real, because there is too many fake porn bullshits on there.
Fake porn bullshit.
Be real.
And I am taken, so I have nothing to say about women. I love my wife.
Whoa!
My beautiful girlfriend, Riley. And this is going to be it for the SYMPcast. Thanks for coming, Simon.
Si, senor.
We are going to have to do this again, definitely, because this shit was freaking hilarious. All right, y'all. Stay safe.
I can run my mouth for many more hours.
I can run my mouth on your mother. Goodbye, folks.